I know we all want our YouTube channels to grow, and modeling success is typically smart. However, it is not always the best idea. So I'm gonna tell you how doing things like big YouTubers can actually keep you small, and we're starting right now.
That's just how it is.
What is going on? My name is Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, real quick, I want to let you know that my podcast is out now. It's called Comments Over Coffee and it's available on all of the major podcasting platforms. I'll put information about that in the description below. But anyway, you may or may not know that when I see a good comment on one of my videos, I will often open that up in a new tab and I'll check out the channel, just, take a glance, kind of see what's going on. That helps me stay in line with what's happening in the community, and it also lets me know the things that I need to talk about, like this. I've noticed a pattern. A lot of content creators are basically selling themselves short, or they're taking away the opportunity that they have to actually get growth and exposure here on YouTube by mimicking what they see a lot of big YouTubers do. Let me explain. When you see bigger YouTube channels like Casey Neistat or Peter McKinnon, for example, or any other big channels on YouTube, it's important to keep in mind that regardless of what it is that they put out, because they already have a huge audience in place, that as soon as they hit the publish button, people are gonna start pouring into their video content. And I'm talking like tens of thousands of views in just the first hour. They could literally make a title with just exclamation points in it, and people would click on it like crazy because they know that that particular big YouTuber that they're a fan of is putting it out. If you or me did that, there's a really good chance that that video is not gonna perform well because we just can't send that amount of traffic to a video as soon as we publish. And look, I'm not saying that their titles are garbage or that their thumbnails are garbage, because they are obviously not. High-level creators know how to get that result from people. They know exactly what it is that they're doing. But because as soon as they hit that publish button and they have a lot of people pouring into that video, they're sending tons of data into YouTube in terms of how that video performs, or in terms of how people respond to that video, so that YouTube knows, hey, people like this are responding to this particular video, therefore we're gonna start trying to show this video to other people that are like this. And let's take one of those same videos and we put it on the homepage, right? As soon as you log into YouTube, well, the same exact thing happens there. When one of these creators like Casey Neistat, for example, when he uploads a video, the title can say pretty much anything, but as long as his face is in the thumbnail, guess what? The people that like Casey Neistat are gonna go in and they're gonna watch that video regardless of what the title says. And this right here is where things can really start hurting you if you don't already have that built-in audience. Let's say that you're a channel that has 500 subscribers on it, or let's say that you're getting like 500 views per video, and you're just kind of getting that ball rolling, you're getting 500 views per video. Well, there's not a lot of people that know your face yet. So if you were to do that same exact thing, then what's gonna happen is it's gonna hit the homepage a few times, and depending on exactly what's happening in the thumbnail and exactly what the title is, there's a really good chance that that video is just not gonna get the clicks that you want it to get because you just haven't built up that audience yet. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that a high performing video that you put out isn't going to perform. What I'm saying is that when you are doing things like titling your videos like one of these larger creators, you just don't get that initial juice or that initial recognition that they can get, which basically tells YouTube that it's a decent video. Let me give you another example. I know that from some of the channels that I've just opened up and looked at, I know that in our live streams when we look at channels, one of the things that we see a lot is we see vloggers that will make videos that'll say something like, Bobby's first day at school. If you are making videos just for the sake of keeping that record of what's happening in your life, then what I'm about to say doesn't matter. But if you're making your videos and your intent with those videos is to keep track of your life, but also to actually grow the channel, then it's important that you pay attention to what it is I'm about to say. Most of the people on YouTube do not know who Bobby is, and since they don't know who Bobby is, they do not care about Bobby's first day at school. So what you need to do when you're making titles like that is you need to look at the title and step back a little bit and say, hey, if I'm talking about Bobby's first day of school, how can I frame this in a way that makes it a little bit more intriguing for people to click on? Or what kind of imagery can we use in the thumbnail instead of just Bobby with a backpack on? What kind of imagery can we use in the thumbnail to actually kind of illustrate a little bit what major thing happened when Bobby went to his first day of school that other people would be interested in watching? Another thing that big YouTube channels do that a lot of small channels also do, but they shouldn't, is announcement videos. Let me explain. People are coming to your channel for your content. They're not coming to your channel to learn about why you haven't been uploading. They're not coming to your channel to learn about some milestone that you just crossed. They're not coming to your channel for anything except for content when you're first getting started. It is extremely important that every single video that you put out is content for your viewers. You know who you're making content for, you start putting that content out for them, and you don't interrupt that content with explanation videos or milestone videos or anything like that until you start getting a fan base of people that will actually care about those types of announcements. And personally, with one of those announcements, the one where, you know, the person comes on and they explain why they haven't uploaded in a while, that wastes my time. I don't want to see videos like that. It doesn't matter. What I wanna see is the stuff that I love from you, the content that I love watching on your channel. That's the stuff that I wanna see because that's the stuff that I come to your channel for. A video about, hey, you know, I'm gonna waste 8 minutes of your time talking about why I haven't been uploading my content instead of wasting 8 minutes of my time on awesome content that I can enjoy. Personal biases aside, because I just don't like that type of video, the apology stuff, because I just don't see any point in it. Outside of that, it's really important just to remember that people are coming to your channel for a specific thing, so you want to give them that specific thing, and you don't want to waste their time with things that they don't care about. And the more that you give people content that is valuable to them, the better everything is gonna be. Another thing that can be really bad for you as a small channel, mid-sized channel, even a channel that's kind of been going for a while, is having variety content on it. A lot of people will start YouTube channels and they'll make videos about whatever they want because they either don't know how to come up with video ideas about other things, they don't even know about niching down your content so that you can serve a particular audience or whatever, but they will basically start out their YouTube channels just putting out whatever. Now, if you don't know what type of niche content that you want to put out, or you don't know like a specific person that you're trying to reach and make content for, in that case, go ahead and put out variety content, because what you want to do in that situation is you want to put out that variety content and you want to see, hey, what's going to take off? What's going to do better? Maybe in that particular situation, you'll uncover something that will give you a direction on what it is that you're doing with your YouTube channel. But for everybody else, you want to figure out what it is that you're offering your viewers, and you want to offer that specifically. But the reason that this can end up hurting you as a content creator is because as YouTube starts learning about who responds to your content the most, when you start putting out content over here about cooking cakes, for example, and that cooking cake content's doing well, and then you start putting out content over here about gaming, as an example, then in that particular situation, you're dividing your audience, and basically you're letting YouTube know that, hey, the people that like my cooking cake content, they're into this particular thing, and then it's like, well, hey, there's this whole other group of people over here that are into my gaming content. What do we do with those people? Sure, they could all pour into the same channel regardless of what it is that you're putting out. People just dig it. But here's what's most likely going to happen in that situation. Let's say that you put out videos on cooking cakes. Well, the people start responding to those videos on cooking cakes, and then you start putting out some gaming videos. Well, guess what? YouTube is going to show your gaming videos to the people that signed up or that subscribed to your channel because they like your videos about cooking cakes. And since they subscribed for the videos about you cooking cakes, when all of these gaming pieces of content are showing up on their homepage, guess what these cake cookers are not going to click on? That's right, your gaming content. And that is going to hurt the click-through when YouTube shows that gaming content to the people that are most likely to watch it because they just recently watched something on your channel, your subscribers and the people with notifications and all that. And what you start doing in that situation is you start sending these negative signals into YouTube, basically saying that the people that already dig your stuff don't dig that. Now, the reason that larger channels can get away with this is because let's say that you have a larger channel, say you got 5 million subscribers on your channel. Well, in that situation, there's a percentage of that 5 million people that love your content regardless of what it is that you put out because they're connected to that personality, right? So because of that, what happens is even though you might put out 2 totally different types of content, what happens in that situation is the people that just like the creator for the creator and they'll watch whatever, in that situation, those people will still come in. But when you are first getting started, you don't have that bigger audience to pull from to get those percentages up in terms of the amount of people that will actually come in and watch that other content from you. But even with bigger channels, sometimes that can also just be horrible for the channel. And the reason for that is because it's not necessarily, you know, at a certain point, it's not necessarily about the specific piece of content in terms terms of it just being a piece of content. It's more about, does all of the different types of variety content that we're putting on this channel serve a particular type of viewer? If that's the case, then that's where that variety type of content comes in. But if it's just completely out of left field in terms of the interest that somebody has when they're coming into your channel, then in that situation, that's where everything starts breaking. So if you have a channel that is like men's fashion, for example, and you talk about men's fashion, but you also talk about things like men's health from time to time, well, guess what? You're still serving a similar type of audience because the people that are into men's fashion are most likely men. So then when you start talking about men's health, and the people that are into the fashion are probably also maybe a little bit more fit, a little bit more conscious about their appearance and things like that, then there's a little bit more alignment there, which makes that content fit a little bit better. Make sense? Okay, good. Now, with all of that said, it's important to understand that I'm not saying that you can't write titles the way that you want titles or that you can't do things a certain way, but what I am saying is that you wanna sit back and you wanna think about, okay, are people gonna be able to understand what's actually happening here? Are people gonna care about this specific person that I mentioned? Or are people gonna care about this specific content that I'm putting out if I normally put out this type of content, or this is what they're signing up for? It's also important to assume that when you're writing titles that people don't know the names of the people that are in the videos, like your subscriber base does if they are watching all of your content, but outside of your subscriber base, people don't know the names of those people. It only matters when people actually start knowing who those people are in your videos. Within that, it's also important to remember that your title and your thumbnail are arguably the most important part of the video because that's the first part that people see. It's the first thing, no matter where it is on the platform, it's the very first thing that introduces people to you and your content. So because of that, making sure that you take a step back and you try to think through what it is that you're doing in terms of, you know, the imagery I'm using in my thumbnail, does this make sense? The title that I'm using, will this make sense to people? Will it be intriguing? Do I have something compelling in this particular title that will make people want to click on it? So clarity, intrigue, and comprehension are extremely important in your titles and thumbnails. So write that down somewhere and just always remember that when you're making your thumbnails or when you're writing your titles. Another thing that's important is the topics that you choose and how those topics relate to each other. And most importantly, is how those topics relate to each other and they relate to the interests of a specific type of viewer. These are all pieces of the puzzle that help make for a good video and that help to build a nice, solid, strong YouTube channel. Now, to learn how to get more views on your videos, step by step, I put together a video for you. You can watch it, it's on the screen right now, so just go ahead and click on that. And if you haven't yet, remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.